Okay, on the on the COD 4, COD 5 basis, who would you prefer as a all-round video game maker, Treyarch or Infinity Ward?
Ah, before Modern Warfare 2 came out, and before Modern Warfare 2 came out, I would have said Infinity Ward by a long shot. But it's kind of hard to say now. I don't know if the choices and decisions that were made that a lot of us don't like in Modern Warfare 2 were completely Infinity Ward, or if they had Activision breathing down their neck.
Yeah.
I but I would still side with Infinity Ward because it is their game engine. They did make Call of Duty 4, and so I would still stick with Infinity Ward. We're just gonna have to see what Treyarch comes up with.
Yeah, there's already been rumors about zombies on the new, they got COD Vietnam coming out or something.
Yeah, it's Call of Duty Black Ops, and definitely going to be some sort of zombie. Whether
Yeah.
it's who knows how they'll play it up, but it'll be a zombie type game mode, definitely.
That was one of their best add-ins to the
That's
whole COD series.
people bought it just for the zombies. I'm sure. I'm sure there are people who own World at War and have never played the multiplayer or single
Yeah,
player play zombies.
I bought it on PC just to play the zombies online, and then I got bored of PC and went onto Xbox Live and just got it purely for that. And I only went online if it was a double points week.
Yeah,
It's just
if
so fun. Like you can get bored of the multiplayer or get bored of the bull crap, and then just go to zombies and relax with a few people.
absolutely, if Treyarch has half a brain in their head, they will. Another thing you mentioned PC, they'll give the PC guys back their mod tools and their dedicated servers.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't they? They act like they can stop hackers on Steam. Well, no, you can't. The only way to actually completely stop hackers is to put a human being in charge of the server, so that when he notices that hey, this guy just went 150 and zero, he's a hacker.
Yeah.
It can't be automated. It's got to be somebody like me sitting there and being like, all right, I just watched my kill cam, and that guy was looking at me through three walls, shooting me with an M60. He's a cheater.
Yeah, I used to see that all the time on PC. I googled it for a bit, found something, downloaded it, followed the instruction, went into a game. I just started moving around, and then my guy just started spinning around shooting. I think I got like 3 headshots in 6 seconds or something through walls. It's just
Exactly.
absolutely. Just takes away the whole. I mean, maybe if you're being cheated against, and then you used it on a bunch of like 6-year-olds that are just gonna scream at you and get them on, maybe that's a bit of entertainment. But if you're just gonna run around constantly doing it, I don't see how it. Because all you gotta do is move the mouse and move around a bit. You're not
Yeah.
doing anything at all. So I don't see how
It
that's
takes
fun in
all
any
the fun
way.
out of the game. It's
Yeah,
it, games would not be fun if you won every time. Just nothing in life would, and that's why I don't understand cheating to that level.
yeah, I agree there. Okay, from okay, this one could apply for both COD 4 and COD 5. If you could use one perk in real life from COD 4 and COD 6, and then one perk to use in real life from the COD 5, what would it be?
Huh. um. Wow. I don't know. Dead silence would be kind of fun, just to kind of run around at high speed, like super silent all the time. I could probably sneak around pretty well. And the honestly, dead silence is probably my favorite perk in all the games anyway. If I only had to pick one perk to have in the game, it would be dead silence. So I'd go with dead silence.
Okay, that is a pretty good answer because I'd agree with that totally. Okay, here's a good one that we've slightly addressed already. If you could fix only one problem though in Modern Warfare 2, which would it be?
Um, I don't like the painkiller. I would get rid of the painkiller.
Nice.
It's a tie. In my opinion, it's a tie between the painkiller and the fact that the grenade launcher doesn't take up your first perk.
Yeah, I thought that was a kind of a down there, but that would just defeat the whole one-man army. But that's just kind of getting annoying as well.
Yeah, those two things, in my opinion, ruin the game. The painkiller and the ability to just have so many explosives and grenade launchers.
Yeah. Okay. What are your thoughts on the stimulus map package?
I like the two Call of Duty 4 maps, and that's because there were two Call of Duty 4 maps, and it seems like they didn't tinker with the spawn system nearly as much as the Modern. It seems like a Call of Duty 4 spawn system rather than a Modern Warfare 2 spawn system, which I also preferred. The Modern Warfare 2 spawn system tries to make sure that nobody ever gets spawn killed, and in doing that, you have to spawn the enemy who is losing behind the team that's winning. That's the only way it can be done. So I don't like that. But the other maps, I like Salvage. That's a pretty fun map, and didn't really care for the other two, to be honest. I just don't. They're this big, expansive maps with a bajillion hiding spots, and it's just not my style.
Yeah. I know you play Battlefield 2, don't you? Bad Company 2. Do you play any
Yeah.
other games as well?
Um, I try. I try to play a little bit of everything. Recently, I've been playing. I guess the games I played recently were Bioshock. I played Bioshock 2 for a while, even the single player and the multiplayer. I played Gears of War 3 because I do have a PlayStation 3, and Gears of War 3 was an absolutely amazing game.
3?
Uh, yeah.
Do you mean
Oh,
2?
sorry.
I was
God
thinking.
of War. You're like, you've got it?
That's
No,
why I was thinking it's not even coming out till next year. Have you got it?
yeah, God of War. I don't know, keep getting confused for whatever reason. God of War 3. It's a great game. And I'm about to get Splinter Cell Conviction. I'm gonna see how that is.
That looks quite good actually. I like the advert for that one.
Yeah, I've heard some pretty good things about it. Apparently, it's got a Spec Ops mode that is better than Spec Ops mode from Modern Warfare 2. So I'm gonna try that out.
Okay, we've got some viewer questions now submitted on. What do you think of all the YouTube drama at the minute submitted by Mr. Flash Ray?
By who?
Mr. Flash Ray.
Oh, that's the guy asking the question. I understand. Um, I try not to get involved with all that. It's kind of silly sometimes, and I think a lot of it is done just to drum up controversy and for people to get subscribers. Like, I mean, you're just gonna be like, "Oh, I hate Hutch. He's a bitch, and he looks like Skeletor," and like people could be like, "No, don't you say that about Hutch." Arr! And that's gonna be like, and they're just hoping that Hutch is gonna be like, "Hey, that guy's a bitch. He called me Skeletor." And then all of a sudden like 100,000 people know who you are because you called Hutch a bad name. And I
Yeah.
think that's the reason people do stuff like that. And it's best not even to feed into it because that's what they want. I get people constantly, calling me saying that I've set stuff up or that I'm just petty little name call and stuff like that, and just basic douchebaggery on YouTube. And I just go ahead and block them and move along through my day.
It's because they're jealous, Kyle. Just tell yourself that's because they're jealous. Okay? Okay. This one's by JJ Harris 457. What was your first ever gaming console? And then what was your first person shooter?
I had the original Nintendo, the one that came with like Mario Brothers and Duck Hunter, and I played that thing for like 5 years, like from the time I was 5 to the time I was 10. And I guess my first person shooter would be Halo 2. I started playing Halo 2 well, before that I played GoldenEye on Nintendo 64, but that was just occasionally at a buddy's house. But the one I spent the most time on was in the very beginning was Halo 2 at my cousin's house. He had an Xbox before I did, and I was just playing Halo 2 a lot back then. And that's my first person shooter and definitely one of my favorites of all time.
Okay, this one is by X Dodgy Butcher X. And this one you kind of answered this one was what made you start gaming and what age did you start?
Um, hmm. I don't know, just a combination of boredom and lots of free time. And I started playing like a lot about 3 years ago, and I don't know. I just kind of get some of these games are just addictive. I never planned on playing nearly as much as I do. I remember I got Oblivion, and that game just like sucked my life into it there for about a month, and after that, I was like, I need a new game, and I just happened to pick up Call of Duty 4 at random, and then that game, I'm almost ashamed to like tell you how much time I've spent on Call of Duty 4. It's obscene. It's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of hours. It's a lot of time.
I love that game as well. I mean, okay, so that's pretty much all the questions. We can wrap this interview up. Thanks to FPS Kyle for having the interview and subscribe to Amazing Players for allowing this interview to go ahead. I'm your host, Mr. Jevs. Bye bye.